Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn. And the last figure I reviewed in my Rogue One figure wave, at least, the last figure I actually reviewed was Cobb Vanth, but in the Rogue One wave was Baze Malbus. And since you can't do Baze without his best friend Chirrut from Rogue One, I'm reviewing Chirrut today. And Chirrut is an amazing character in Rogue One, okay? If you told me to rank the members of Rogue One without including Andor, it would go K2, then Chirrut, okay? And Chirrut's a close second. So anyway, what is up with that flashing? Okay. So anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about everything I like, dislike about the figure, and just an all-around review, which is what I do with all these figures. So there is only one flaw I actually have with this figure, and that the face is kind of a bit outdated. It still looks really good, like you can definitely tell this is supposed to be Chirrut, but Baze and K2 have both held up very well, even though they're still from the Red Wave, and Chirrut, not so much. This figure is still good, just want to get that out of the way, but the face doesn't look as good as the others have held up. So anyway, for accessories, they gave him his two weapons, which are his staff, and for some reason, the staff has this feature that it can split in two, like if he broke his staff hitting somebody, which I don't get why, but I think it was just so they could fit it in the box. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, the staff looks really good. They have the gray part that might have kyber crystal in it. We don't know. But anyway, yeah, staff, good job. And then his blaster, which they did a really good job of in how it looks just like how it is in the movie. And you can make it like this. And then I even figured out there's a way that you can just put the gun on his back, like in the thumbnail. As such, boom, Chirrut can carry his gun and his staff at the same, wrong hand. Well, actually no, Chirrut can carry his gun and staff at the same time, like so, rather simply. Yeah, there isn't much features that you're going to get out of this figure because, well, he does have good flexibility, but other than that, you're not going to get like you would with Zeb, for example. This figure is going to get like the average, the knees, the hands, all that, they move. So yeah, there isn't really much there. And yeah, I like how they did this, where they got the fact that he actually has different layers on, like he has the red thing underneath the black robe, and like that. So that was really good. They got his little wrist things here, like he has those in the movie, that's accurate. And then if you look at the face, this actually looks like they made him blind for the time. It might be a bit hard to see, but here, up close. If you look, you can see that this actually looks like they made him blind, because some of the eyes on figures did not look good at the time. But with Chirrut, this actually looks like they made him blind somehow. I don't know how they got it to work, but it did. Okay. Something I noticed about the figure that, for some reason, like, his feet are just way smaller than his legs. It's, like, weird. Yeah. So he can stand, and he does have good posability. It helps with the fact that he has the staff. Anyway, now I'm going to have him holding his gun. Oh, like the staff, the gun also has the feature to split in two. I don't know what was up with that, where they just and it's like the same way with Chewie. All of their figures' weapons, if they're big, they can somehow split in two, even if it doesn't make sense. So Chirrut holds his gun sideways, as in the movie. Like so. Hang on. Or it appears to be sideways because, well, we don't know. Like so. He holds his gun and then, boom. It's very simple to get it into said position and voila. Like so. Anyway, now that that's done, I'm going to get into the box. Now, since it's a box from the Red Wave, it's kind of plain, but still pretty good. I mean, that's a decent image of Chirrut. They could have done one a bit better. And then on the back, you have the same image enlarged. He's number 36 of the Red Box Wave. And yeah, a bit of information about him. I would have preferred if they had put like how I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me on there. And instead of saying he's a guardian of the will, it says he's a monk, so, I mean, I guess he probably is a monk, but still. Yeah, Chirrut, one of my favorite characters from Rogue One, and there aren't actually that many blind people actually, no, there are a few. And at the end of the video, I'm going to rank the 4 of them. I'm kidding. There's actually only 4 that I'm going to rank. Anyway, so, what do I think of this figure? I think that the only real... Oh yeah, this is actually a flaw. I was going to completely overlook that. His gun, these things pop out of it sometimes very easily. Like, you just are moving it and it'll fly out sometimes. So that's a big issue with the figure, at least with his gun. So it's a good thing I noticed that, or he would have gotten a higher grade. Anyway, I think Chirrut's an 8 out of 10 because the face is a bit outdated, and the gun, like I said, those things fall off rather easily. There is a new version of the figure that came out quite recently that you can get that one of. You're going to have a better time finding that one than this one, and that one will probably have a better updated face. So anyway, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off, but before I go, here is the ranking of the blind people in Star Wars. In number 4, I have the 10th brother. In number 3, I have Coda from The Force Unleashed, even though he's not canon. In number 2, I have Chirrut Imwe, and in number 1, I have Kanan Jarrus, and as an honorable mention, I have Blind Han from Return of the Jedi, and if I did include Blind Han, he would still be above the 10th brother, even though it's just the scenes including Blind Han. Anyway, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off, and the Force will be... Hang on. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. And this is the end of the video. I don't know how to end it, really.